Villanova when he hit 5 threes.
And Jim, Jerome and Kyle Guy, they're not phased shooting in this big stadium. They played and shot well over the course of their career in the Carrier Dome against Syracuse.
That's a good point.
Brown, he's got one from outside.
Interaction. It's such a psychological difficulty for kids.
Here's Brown. His first bucket since 4 minutes into
Some inside shots with that too, Grant.
Brown.
Oh, they are really settled. Big time. Good extra
Dowdy.
possession.
Dowdy gets it back. They get it back to the corner. And Brown, their leading scorer.
Free throw shooter.
Auburn, again, 9 unanswered. Feels like it was just a minute ago. Down 10, now got a chance on this trip to take the lead inside 2 minutes.
Just a little more motion. Running the baseline. Here's that little flex and pin down. A little action.
Brown wants it. Shoots it. Got it!
Boy, I don't know where that...
Basketball again. It was him that just drew the defenders, 2 of them to him, to free up Washington in an area where he can catch and go and do something with it.
Largest lead for Kentucky, 11. Brown gets around Travis, squeezes in for 2.
Brown 1 for 5. They need him to get on track desperately when he gets an open look. But Hero's a very good defensive player.
Brown lets it fly. Bottom, a 3. Nice crossover. Higgins, the strip. The save? No. 2-on-1. Harper steps in front. He had Brown on the wing. He fires and hits a 3.
Got to believe that P.J. Washington is going to get a touch to go to their strength.
And we are tied at 37. Brown steps in, turns around. Oh!
Go.
2-point lead for Kentucky.
See if Dunbar can get something going for him, too. He's a third clog here from a scoring perimeter standpoint.
McLemore hands to Brown. Not enough airspace to operate initially. Jumper buries it.
By Auburn. They've seen him the 3rd time this year.
Purifoy, corner pop. Short. Rebounded by Dowdy. And Auburn gets to reset.
Yeah, well, he tried to go one-on-one here. A little guard play up front. Let's see what Hero does to stop him.
Auburn has never been to a Final Four. Bryce Brown to pull up pop. Book it.
The last time it was the help that Travis gave Washington. This time Washington helps Travis out.
Reed Travis, 3 of 3 from the field. Washington has 5 offensive rebounds. They're trying to ride Brown. The curl, the fade. Oh, he's feeling it.
We have a switch up with Hero guarding Harper out front. He should be able to go by him, I would think. And Hagan's on Brown, but now all of a sudden you have a switch. Will he be able to get his shot off against the taller player here?
Trying to get around Travis. Step back, Jack. Bryce Brown.
Be a real fun game.
North Carolina will work it to May.
Nice hands. McLemore.
Missed it on the flip. McLemore was there defensively. Auburn has its largest lead.
This is big.
Brown, a rainbow tray.
The rebounding is 35-37 in favor of North Carolina, but that is a huge win for Auburn off the glass so far. Differential really big of a +11.
A steal nearly for Johnson, and Harper gets it back.
Wow, is he fast.
Give it up. Brown. A 3. Bryce Brown.
That was a money ball just then, knowing that they needed one. Here comes a layup. He hurries.
Brown does hurry. Tracks it down. Slams it down. A rocket.
Great recovery by Jared Harper there. Wild shot by Garrett. Easy rebound for Horace Spencer. Great ball movement here in the corner. 3 is good. Bryce Brown.
Poe says this is why they came here to play.
And a turnover. Here comes Harper in transition. Brown wanted to pull the trigger. Now he will. And hits another. Garrett lost it, gets it back and scores. This is after a made basket. They're going to get a 3 in transition. Brown again! Big leads the team. That was 2 of their best players. Lawson still has not scored in this game after missing in close. Bill Self did a very good job with this team. Brown again. Yes! Bryce Brown. Bill Self took Dedrick Lawson out of the game. I think the key to them is to try to get some half-court offense going so they can slow this Auburn team down a little bit. He's put McCormick back in, who scored a quick 5 points in the early few minutes. Brown set up behind the arc again. He'll drive in. Brown all the way to the hoop for two.
McCormick can't. They switch. They have to get the ball into Dedrick Lawson. He has to.
Okeke this time away off of McCormick. Sneaks in for the rebound. That's three. Brown buries it. That's
I mean, they're doing fine on the one end, but they gotta stop these guys a little bit. Let's see what the zone does.
D up. The teams are combined 11 for 11 to start the second half. Brown in the corner. Can't leave him alone.
It's a half court, but just has to get more stops in the half court. I think Bill Self saw enough of that zone, trying to get rid of these threes.
Dowdy on the baseline, able to find Okeke. Extra pass to Brown. You bet. School record for wins for Auburn is 29. That was the 98-99 season. If they win this one, it'll be their 28th. Brown passes on the three. His jumper is good. 25 in the paint.
They are one of the best teams in the country. They shoot 57% from two. That's a great screen on the baseline.
And Bryce Brown.
They're afraid of the three-point shooting, but he caught that really deep.
Chua led the WAC, shooting 65% from the floor. He's 3 out of 4 today. Brown for three, trying to get going, and he does. In the first half, Brown. Great steal, turnover. Brown for two, and the foul. Dunbar steps into a three, too strong. Rebound tracked down by Brown.
Bruce Pearl tells his guys, if they go under a screen, you let it go.
Brown using the screen. He'll pop a three and hit another. 11-3 of the game for.
He also made a big shot to beat Tennessee earlier this year.
Monte Turner, he misses his first try, and a good rebound and cleared by McLemore for the Tigers. 2 shots, 2 threes, and Bryce Brown. Turner knocking down a three.
I spent a lot of time with him yesterday at the lobby after the game. He was on cloud 9 with that big three. And I teased him. I said, well, you would do it, man. You were 0 for 14 prior to that against Kentucky.
He'd made one of his prior 19 before yesterday's. Brown, nice finger roll. Good start. Auburn has 12 points in the paint. Tennessee has 6. Never would have thought that coming into this one. Oh, that one is right. It's not anymore. They've been outscored 22-11 with Harper on the bench. And they are just turning it over and over and over.
And a layup, and you're wide open.
Instead, they take a three and make that one.
The spirit that you normally see.
Jordan Bowen trying to do it himself. He got smothered by Wiley.
Layup.
Brown for Harper. They love the three. They make another one.
You got 7 on the clock. You got a 15-point game. Can the Browns do it?
Brown knocks down a huge
defense that's let us down. We turned them over 6 times, but they shot 70%. Florida does a great job. They're doing a great job with their execution. They're a real tough cover. We got to find a way to take advantage of the mismatches on the inside.
We got a lot of youngsters watching. I just want to make sure you don't go up there to your opponent and punch.
Oh, the play that changed the game yesterday for Florida. Keontae Johnson on the back screen. Auburn all over it.
Didn't happen today. Here's Brown. Oh, 2 for 2 in the second half for Bryce Brown.
Neutral for today and offset that kid. I said a couple of weeks ago, if I had to choose one point guard to play with in March to try to win a national championship, it's Jordan Bowen.
Out of the break, Bryce Brown buries a three. And
20 on the shot clock. And just that last possession, Bruce got 3 or 4 passes in. Yeah, this is going up.
Brown, bam. Wow, high archer and nothing but. Fired and a bucket. Bryce Brown.
Frank Martin.
South Carolina let him hang around, and now Brown high arcing three.
Still going up. I don't think it was in the cylinder. I don't think it was on the glass. Bang, bang call, man. Hard to make. Foul
To the corner, Harper finds Brown, knocks down another one.
Got to be there.
We got to get to the rim. We got to pull Silva out of the basket, away from the basket a little bit, see if we can get our guards to get down to the rim without the shot blocker being in there.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thanks.
Well, they just did that. Silva was out top. They drove and kicked for a three, and Bryce Brown starts up.
Silva finally finishes off. It's an all-effort play by Chris Silva to run and be in the catch position.
Brown. Wow. Seconds after he missed one, but 3 of 3 from downtown.
That's just a defensive breakdown because Silva has proven time and time again in transition. He's a trail-free shooter, and Auburn forgot completely about the ability of Silva.
Dowdy worked his way all the way into the lane and forfeited a layup.
A big basket by Silva. And now they're a stop away from cutting this thing even closer.
Brown penetrates, and then he frees himself up for a foul line.
Two-handed rebounds in traffic by Jeremiah Tillman.
Spencer had it, and he threw it away, and now it's regained, and Brown knocks down a 3.
Plays that Tillman doesn't do anything with one paw. Very coachable kid. That's 3 plays now in traffic. If he doesn't go with 2 hands, he probably doesn't finish it off. Oh, Kiki's got a mismatch.
Brown, money. There's a steal and a run out for Auburn. Harper, Brown. Timeout. Time shot, but Purifoy comes down with it. Kick, Dowdy. Another chance for Auburn. Boy, Purifoy's playing a big role. He kicks that one. It's Watson.
Got to get a stop. Can Missouri get a stop? They pride themselves on being a physical, tough, clean up the missed shot club. And right now is the time to match their identity. Can they get it done?
Brown buries it.
The long rebound as Bowdy's got it. That's blocked and saves. Great extension by Okeke to get the deflection.
Great defensive play by Okeke.
Brown answers the ring.
Areas and they're attacking. I tell you, live by the 3, you can die by that 3 too, man. And when it's on fire, see,
There's Brown for 3. Yes.
There's a little one-on-one right here. He's going to back him in.
Too high off the glass for Grant Williams.
Yeah, didn't have a good angle right there on that shot. Did a good job defensively pushing him out.
Bryce Brown, who is #1 title for the first time ever in program history in back-to-back seasons. But they are in a tussle with Auburn. And from the wing, Brown hits a 3 from the corner.
So they put the fire out and had it before it had a chance to spread.
Auburn won for its last 9 from the floor. Okeke against Ingram. Brown's got to make this one, and he does.
Well, Alabama doing everything right, just not able to complete the three-point shot. But this is what their bread is being buttered tonight. Defensively, they have to score more where they are comfortable with it.
Five to shoot. Okeke against Mack. Brown left wide open. Big shot from the corner, and that.
Banjo Purifoy now into the lineup, number 3 for the Tigers. Look at the space by Auburn. They've got the floor opened up. Brown gets into the lane, and Allen probably doesn't mind the lower score. No, he probably likes the tempo. The tempo has been okay for them. Brown. Five assists for Jared Harper. He's been directing traffic well. Okeke, the kick out to Brown. Good relocation. They wanted him to be more aggressive. They're giving him opportunities to do just that. And Chuma has started to embrace that role a bit more. Harper had 5 assists in the first half. But that's the advanced play of Harper. He pushes, looks for a mismatch, nothing there, comes back up. Now they run their offense. And a little clear out for Brown. Now they bring the ball screen. Carter scoops it up. The basketball. Weatherspoon able to track it down, but it ends up with Harper. Brown in the trail for three. With the lead behind the strength of their 8 3-pointers today. Looking for number 9. Brown! Minute and a half to go. You got to get something going to the basket here. Got the floor spaced. The top of the floor open. Here comes a step up. Harper with the quickness. Brown for 3. Got it!
Crump tried to find Obede. Great D by Spencer.
And here's where Auburn's at their very best. That's the one Brown's got to make. He's got to be shot ready.
Bryce Brown for 3.
Was in this game. The other thing Georgia must do, Nicholas Claxton, he's got to find a way to get energized and involved in this game. What do you think, Thomas?
I thought we were friends. Bryce Brown got up to a slow start in this one. Only 1 bucket in the first half. One of the top scorers in the league. Went into Claxton to get separated.
Lack of communication. Auburn usually switches that ball screen.
Harper for 3. Auburn with the offensive board. That is their 11th offensive rebound of the game and a big one. Brown into the paint. Fade away. Use every bit of the rim.
McCormick will also get some steals.
Washington open look. Rims out. That was automatic earlier in the half.
I was just going to say the same thing. Weren't those shots going in about 7 minutes ago?
So it looks like Auburn has settled down a bit. They can get this thing back to single digits with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Can Brown get involved? Yes. A 3.
Yeah, nice delayed screen. He had a chance of blocking a shot on that play until that little bit of a crossover through the lane. And once again, the defense starting the transition.
Brown finally gets one to rattle in.
Mike Gafford, one of the top shot blockers in the land. And then a steal. Brown lines up, fires up a 3.
Good looks. Arkansas is not getting out, defending Auburn well at the 3-point line.
Auburn 7 for 10 from behind the arc. McLemore corrals it out of the hands of Harper. Whips it into the corner to Brown. Brown finds.
This is a different type Arkansas team. They don't quite have that explosiveness. If they need it tonight, if they're gonna make this one interesting at all.
Brown weaving, firing, and gets the front. Harris. Brown on a stop and pop 3. That have been around when this league was really good back in the early 2000s, late 90s, where they were getting 6 out of 12 in the big dance. And then we've seen the bad times, if you will, where it was a struggle to get 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And now the league got an all-time high. And I think for those that are kind of new to the SEC, what you're seeing now is not only the high again. In and out of the hands of Dunbar. And there's Brown on a steal. Brown hunting perhaps a 3. Instead, he finds Dunbar down low. Hot potato action. Dunbar finally scoops it up. Harper wants it. Swing pass Okeke. Up top, Brown. Rise and fire. He got it.
In all seriousness, this is the biggest concern if you're Bryce Drew, because you haven't won a game of conference play, and this is where people start. Islands start being formed, right?
Ooh, islands.
Like
I'm stream.
I'm going, and you know, listen to my crew, and I'm listening to my guys, and I'm listening to my AAU coach, my high school coach. You got to put all that aside, and you got to just stay together and believe in the process.
Bryce.
So it does present challenges for the coaches as much as it does the players.
Yanni Wetzel with the bucket. Here's Bryce Brown. Transition 3. And Auburn trying. Wetzel extends his D. Bryce Brown will drive. And he flips it off the window. Double figure.
Possession game. And the ball's just bouncing in the middle of the floor, and nobody's getting it. You got 3 guys around it just staring.
Deep 3, Brown. Got it!
Bryce. 8 under 2 minutes to go, first half. Harper on a blow by, but rejected. Rodriguez on the block. This is Brown. And Auburn to reset. Brown, shake and bake, takes it all the way. Yes! Plus the...
Well, much like Tennessee last year picked to finish last in the SEC, the Vols ended up co-champs of the league. And Ole Miss looking like an NCAA tourney team, especially if they can hold on tonight.
Brown finally knocks down.
He's a small guy that plays small, and he just needs a little bit of a crack. He is always playing underneath your waist. Very difficult to keep number 3 in white out of the paint.
Boy, after missing their first 6 shots, they've hit 4 of their last 5, and a chance for a 4-point. Two guys that were flirting with 30 points their last game, Jimmy, and not providing so far.
No, and Waters only took 2 threes in that game. He's a get in the paint and make a play kid.
Brown got his feet right after Mays flew by.
Now he had a sideways spin on that ball and no chance of going in.
Lob went off the rim. A little dicey start to the second half here.
Where Bryce Brown can make you dance as a defender, and he just made Waters.
And LSU can't cash it in yet. Smart no. And the quick outlet.
Again, a lot of contact at that rim goes uncalled, and there's what Auburn does. Score within the
34 minutes a game as well.
There was a shot clock issue prompting the stoppage. McLemore off the back iron. Okeke with a rebound and a fresh 30.
Auburn shoots a lot of three-pointers, which creates long rebounds.
Well, the action fast and furious so far off the spin. A turnover. Bryce Brown left open. That's his spot. You know it's going down.
They make 9 a game, and Noah Locke, a prime example of one of their best shooters. But I like going inside even with Boston without Austin Wiley in the paint.
Locke now with 10. Brown on the other end.
Sure.
And yet here they are. That margin's been trimmed to 4.
Auburn hasn't been able to pull away. They haven't been able to put together those type of runs that they like to put together here in Auburn Arena.
And you know one's coming. Question is when. Little shake and bake for Brown. What a finish at the rack.
That's the difference.
And here's a steal. Horace Spencer. Bryce Brown inside. Allen has to hurry. And ripped away by Horace Spencer. He's been active.
Solid job of Florida getting back defensively. Right now, this crowd is ready to erupt.
Jones way off the mark.
Oh, a kid does everything except shoot the ball, doesn't he?
He's only made 3 threes all year. And one opportunity coming up for Bryce Brown. Off the bounce, John really put the league on notice with that 30-point performance against Tennessee. And Brown with the quick counter.
Basketball for the most part. The length of Alabama can really bother you other than that point guard spot.
Brown midair gave it up. Scrap for it. Spencer comes up with the loose ball. Brown open on the perimeter, nails it. Answered. And another takeaway. Harper leaves it for Brown. And Avery Johnson Jr. hearing the daddy's boy chants from the jungle tonight. Nice pass. Brown from Okeke.
Bruce Pearl has done.
And that got them back into the NCAAs. There's the resume right now with 7 quadrant 1 and 2 wins. Joey Brackets has them projected as an 11.
4 that can make a deep run. Auburn's in my flawed 4. Syracuse is in my flawed 4. They have nights they don't shoot that real well. Florida State is in my flawed 4 because they don't have a dynamic offensive player in Kansas State. But Auburn, not many flaws by Auburn tonight.
Tevin Mack with the triple. Auburn set to empty its bench here.
Well, Alabama will have to bounce back. They're a good ball club. They just ran into a buzzsaw tonight in Auburn Arena. Auburn would have beaten about 95% of everybody in college ball tonight, the way they played and how fast they played and how well they shot it.
Swing it around the corner. One more look for Brown for three.
I don't know of a shooter right now that's shooting.
Attack. Harper spots up a three. And McLemore gets him a second opportunity. Another three. It's Brown. Yes. Shooter, the top three-point shooter in the land, and Mark Smith. Tough take in traffic by Pinson. And Auburn trying to make him pay quickly on the other end. It's Brown on a pull-up three. And Bryce Brown hits his.
McLemore. First shot on the way, no good. But the follow by Bryce Brown. Don't see that.
Three is perfect off the hands of Tyson Carter.
I wish on plays like that they give one of those points to Quindary Weatherspoon. Beautiful pass by him.
In and out, but right back to Brown, who will step back behind the arc and bury it.
Wow.
By the way, that's a great Commodore reference. Solid. I didn't want that to go by. Bryce Brown spins and lays it up and in. Big time move.
Howland fighting for his team just as well. And he should be, especially here in Humphrey Coliseum at home.
That's the third foul on Adu as Bryce Brown. Taken away by Brown. Pull up three. Money.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Talking about clutch.
Silva 8 points, 3 rebounds. South Carolina up by 9. Bryce Brown steps inside the arc, and Bryce Brown gets his first points.
Or over the back line is when they have the most success.
Bryant misfires again. He's now 0 for 4 from the field. Purifoy.
Great extra pass. That's good.
Well, you saw that coming.
I've seen it.
Campbell, pull up three. Oh, Bryant would have brought the house down. Instead, it's a 2-on-1. Brown, though, will pull up for three. Got it.
He's making that.
In the second half. When is he going to get it going?
Yeah, I can't remember the last time he had a shot attempt. Maybe in that transition three. There he is.
He's got it going.
1 point game.
Quickly. Off the heel. The long rebounds. Loose at midcourt. And it's gathered by Malik Dunbar.
Tell you one thing, they haven't made a three ball yet, and that's their strength. They make like 10.8 a game. So they're due to make 1 or 2 right now, Auburn. That's their strength. And Kentucky's really challenging them on that three. And you got to challenge them on a three.
Bryce Brown, step back. Gets the win.
Gets the bounce.
Run that goes back over the last 7 minutes and 5 seconds, stretching back to when Auburn had a 27-26 lead with just over 4 minutes to go in the first half. So they need to start hitting some shots.
Kentucky's really matched up well on that perimeter ball. He got
muscles his way across the lane.
He got away with one right there. He got away with one. That was definitely the free arm.
Basketball ESPN Plus multicast. Again, on the app on ESPN Plus tonight. A lot of different ways to enjoy number 1 against number 4.
Well, that guy Adnan does a great job. Talk about versatility. Yeah, that'll be a terrific game. Virginia with a great trio on the perimeter with Guy, Jerome, and certainly Hunter. And here it is. Every possession comes big right now for Auburn. You got to make them pay right here. And on the other side, they live off the three. They die off it, but they live off it. They make 10.8 threes per game. Lead the SEC.
Looking for another.
Game of the pass was unbelievable as a scorer.
See, my bald spot's not a phony. I'm old too. Backdoor cut. Down is Bryce Brown. Only 6 points. He's going to go to work here. Nice shot fake. Pulled the string. Spencer's got the rebound.
He hesitated. Oh, here comes speed right here.
Harper off to the wing.
Any drizzly night here in College Station. There's a pick, and this may be the first 2 as Brown Lays it up and in off the...
That was Bruce Pearl's thing. He was not going to let him. If other guys started making shots, fine, but...
Savion Flagg with a line drive. That leads to a quick run out. Block and a... Are you part of a GC?
A what?
The group chat?
Not that group chat, but many group chats.
So you're part of a GC?
Yes. There's a switch.
Brown. Too strong. Good battle. McLemore wins it.
And you know what? Great no call right there.
Brown lets another one go, and he...
Heck of a play on the offensive backboard.
Starks settles into a three of his own. He's off tonight. And I think A&M's going to be real careful here. Down 14. Chance for another three. Brown. He's go down Saturday before that blockbuster. Kentucky really didn't have too big of a battle against Georgia. It doesn't appear as if Auburn's going to have too big a battle here as Brown.
Bruce is changing up the offense, but he doesn't have to. It's just been a matter of whether you're going to make, whether you're going to miss.
Right.
No resistance, just haven't made shots.
20 in the first.
I think he'll be okay. He got a 1670 on the SAT. That's good. He was accepted to MIT. He considered Yale and Brown and Stanford and Georgia Tech. Ogbede. Look at that. Hammonds flies in. And McLemore says, I still got the hops. Another rejection. Brown, finger roll. Nick to come to the game.
What, you want to go stand up next to Nick?
I'd be willing to go stand next to Nick. My friends in the upper deck at Rupp Arena might think I'm cheating on you.
That's probably true. They won't let you back into Tony's.
Right. They always Gunis. He's not going to hesitate. Freshman from Lithuania. Look at Bryce Brown. Look at Bryce.
Big programs.
Here's Crump off balance. And you know what? You could also fit in there. You get another coach with NBA Finals experience.
That was great hands by Spencer, though. Tom, I'll tell you this, too. The SEC resurgence, and Frank Martin told us this, and I agree with him. You can put the resurgence in the national narrative of this conference, imploring them to provide energy, and he's telling his kids to get down in a stance. See if they can stay down in the stance. It's easy to get there early. Can you stay there late?
Brown takes.
When you make shots, it enables you to set your defense, keep the game in front of you, and keep Jared Harper out of the lane.
When they've gotten the ball down low to Wiley, they've double-teamed him immediately. Here he sets a high screen. There's the roll and a near turnover. Three ball. That one goes through, and that's... Wojnicki hit that all morning in the shoot-around, and he throws up an air ball. Harper the push. Brown three, and we're tied just like that. And we got a chance to talk with him over the course of the week a couple of times. He had that vibe that he saw his own team in Tennessee have last year, where you were picked so far down in the conference. You buying that with Ole Miss?
He understands what it is to build a program. He understands that process. He also has 31 points Brian Tyree gets against Vandy. So you're setting your defense and doing a great job on Tyree, and all of a sudden, Terrence Davis stacks up, sees a big basket, finishes around the rim. That's what makes this Ole Miss team so tough.
Brown's got it.
This team's ready to compete. They got to take care of the ball, and they got to continue to rebound.
The stat sheet shows Terrence Davis had 17. The big guys down low for Auburn. Chuma Okeke, Austin Wiley, 0 for 6.
When they catch the ball, they got to carve out space and be more aggressive. And Bruce Pearl just told us they've got to execute. And then you've got to go strong.
There's Tyree, blocked, and it stays inbounds. Okeke. Does it lead to a three? It does. Okay.
That's really good basketball. They stay in the 1-3-1. Watch, it's 1-3-1 until the ball comes out of the corners. Once it comes out, it's more of a 2-3 zone.
Brown. Boy, it's
a perfect example on the matchup, on the curl thrown over the top of the defense. Great execution. Two coaches really doing it. Terrific job putting their guys in the right positions.
Brown's the hot guy tonight for Auburn. Oh, he knocks down a...
good. Cohen with the putback.
State continues to win the battle on the offensive boards there. And they're really good.
ISO for Morant. And a run out for Brown. Just hit the three. What the flush! Auburn fans, cover your eyes, if you will. But I would agree with that. Tide are rolling. And now Auburn, a scoreless drought, 0 for the last 4 over the course of the last 3 minutes. And Brown's going to change that. Abilities for a starting 5. Brown initiates the break. Good defense by the Tigers. Brown sizes one up. Count it!
How basketball is so fickle. 2 games ago, 34 points against Dayton, a career high. Last game, couldn't buy a bucket against UAB, 1 for 7 from the floor. Here he goes, trying to end those struggles. He gets the roll and will head to the line. Shot clock. Now they need some, that's a second offensive rebound, but it's physical Dayton team.
And here comes Auburn. Harper slips, gets it to Brown. Bryce. Boy, they got a mismatch underneath. Now they switch it. But Brown says, I'll just take it myself. He took it.
Certainly way too fast, out of control, going to the basket. It's a shot swatted, and now we got a turnover going the other way.
Boy, they contest every inbound pass.
Oh,
Get up! Right. Felt like he pushed.
I feel like that's the right call, Coach. Not too sure if we want to get caught up in video replay.
Here's Brown. Oh, he buries it. Break for a moment on the Auburn bench. Season high for Dayton in turnovers is 14.
Anthony Grant knew he would get a steady dose of pressure. And at times when they were able to slow it down and get shots off, they were effective. Just getting the ball to the rim, they have a problem with.
Brown, another 3 on the way. This one's good. Bryce Brown, Auburn.
Thing difficult, makes Crutcher pull up his dribble to half court.
Harper, Brown again, got it again! 3. And Ryan has knocked down a couple of those. 5 seconds to go. Brown again, got it again! 4 in a row!
Opportunities on the offensive glass by Dayton, and you know, they got to take it any way you can. They're not going to be able to shoot the ball as well as they did from the 3-point line in the first half, so got to create scoring opportunities from somewhere.
Brown. Boy, just a great
down straight to the rim. We'll get it to you now. On time, on target. All you just got to do is finish.
Bryce Brown wide open for 3. Point game.
If there's some weakness that you see from Auburn, they give up some offensive rebounds. And Toppin's a guy who talked about his athleticism and be able to get that. And results in a dunk.
8-point game. Dayton cut it to 6. 13 and a half to play. Now Brown in there. The shot clock here.
Now at 3. And Baker leaves it short. Kiki found it. Beautiful look. Harper to Bryce.
This zone here in the second half.
Stolen away by Bryce Brown. He will take it himself and throw it down.
Full shape. You can practice as much as you want. You can condition as much as you want. There is no conditioning like game conditioning. Continue to get your legs and your timing as well.
Turner. Watch him throughout the night. Idowu, the other offensive star, but he telegraphed his pass. And scoring opportunities for you. Draws the most tonight, and already we're seeing the depth of Bruce Pearl being able to shuttle in new players 2 and 3 at a time as McLemore checks back in, as does Samir Dowdy.
So if you want to be a championship team and compete every night in the SEC, you have to have depth.
Play at St. Peter's, you go from a defensive, slower pace of play, possession type of ball offensively. Bryce Brown with a continued tipped in. I think an Auburn player might have gotten the hand on that. It'll be Adowu who gets credit for the hoop. And now Brown into the pressure on the ball up on top. And the only man there to claim the loose ball is Dowdy for the Tigers. Arena tonight.
And they're getting to know each other way too well, spending all this time. It's been a tough trip for them. Very competitive games. They played a North Texas team before they came here that's undefeated, 8-0. They were challenged down there, and just that travel. But right now, they're a team that they're not giving up. They're playing some hard defense, but they're outmanned and outsized.
Bryce Brown's got to do something. He finished. So Watson to trigger, and McLemore with the tip, and he was able to go get it. Nobody else around. Brown this time from Bryce.
And ordered that game today. Duke Gonzaga on demand, and that will be the perfect antidote to civilization for you.
Randolph with his first three of the game. His first points of the game.
You're kidding.
I'm not. Oh, the roll. One-on-one, Williams!
Oh, my gosh. Make a layup, please.
Brown catch and shoot. Oh, what an answer!
Chip style. How much prettier is that than watching one guy dribble against 9? Oh, my God. Pass the ball. Make a shot. Yes.
To the rim, Bryce Brown.
Now, Randolph's back in the game.
Yeah, his fourth foul was big trouble for them. The offense went dormant.
I'm surprised this game is low scoring. This game should have been 100-97 finally.
8 minutes on the bench for Randolph. Certainly damaged Arizona. 6 to shoot. Brown counts it. Former Mr. Basketball in Georgia.
15 years from now, people are going to name their next child Chuma. Chuma Okeke Smith.
In 15 years.
15 years, yes.
I'll write that down. Brown wants another.
Good pass ahead. And another good look. This one a little bit short. Kept alive. McCormick inside. Brown from the corner.
And Auburn cannot win a high value game like this without Brown and Harper putting up numbers. They're the engine that makes this team go. And right now, Duke is shutting them off completely.
Yeah, again, they combined for 51 points in the win over Xavier yesterday. They've combined for just 5 points so far here in this one.
Almost an offensive foul.
Forcing it up with 3.
Help up a bit. That opened up the offensive glass for McLemore.
McLemore with a block. He led the SEC in blocks per game a year ago. Brown for 3. In transition where they're lethal. Reddish kept the toe down and missed the 3. McLemore the rebound. Brown puts it on the deck and lays it in. Duke leading 3-0. The last one was in 1981. And again, Auburn trying to get a chance to knock off the #1 team in the nation. 11 points, 8 rebounds, 6 blocks in this game. Williamson turns it over. Brown banks it home. 91. Brown can really shoot it. And here is Anthony McLemore, the 5-man who steps out and shoots. Offensive rebound back out. A guy that may not be a household name, but in the next game, we talked about Duke already. For San Diego State, Jalen McDaniels, who put his name in the draft, almost decided to keep it in there. Pulled it out with about an hour to go before the deadline. But the putback is there. Hankins with a bucket to bring him back within 1. And again, that last bucket for Brown at the other end. They've called it a 2. They'll look at it at the under 4 timeout.
Well, I really like Hankins as a player. Great feet.
Not as a person. For all the years of friendship and laughs and coming over to the table to help us out and doing a great job out on the court.
Well, one of the great officials and has always done a fantastic job and a great guy too. And it's always nice to see it to McLemore.
Brown wide open.
And there's McLemore again.
Wow.
Who called him Hardaway? What an idiot that guy was. Anthony McLemore has been spectacular the last 3 possessions. Just spectacular.
Yeah, one of the real keys for Auburn getting on the offensive glass, and they are doing it here today. Brown, another clean look. Marshall, full head of steam. Rejected. Follow-up missed by Jones. 2 Musketeers are down. Numbers for Auburn. And Brown's going to get a left.
And Wiley in it. Little flex action to Brown.
Screen by Wiley, freed him up, but he missed the shot. Offensive rebound, Samir Dowdy. Brown again. Wellage for 3.
Quentin Gooden could have had 3 free throws after that shot fake if he had just gone up with it.
Harper, the rebound. Brown.
At the end of last year, now this year.
Big block by McLemore. Transition for the Tigers.
Mississippi College.
And then poked it away after the miss. Nice hustle on the floor from both sides. And
hands it to Mississippi College.
Auburn finally comes out of there with it. Another chance.
Switching man for man.
Shot by Taylor.
And a big three from the left corner.
34-13. Harper drives back out.
The second triple make of the night for the #1 assistant with the Milwaukee Bucks. And showing hustle. A couple offensive rebounds tonight, but he couldn't get either one of those free throws to fall.
Spencer reverses it back. Bruce Spencer.
Brown.
Bryce wants to take
has a couple of
75-45.
in the corner. Here's Ham, a little too strong, and McLemore clears the board. Auburn still running. Brown will try it again. Pretty soon, you're going to start seeing some of the guys that don't get as much play time for the Tigers. And the next dead ball, Dowdy and Wiley will check back in.
Well, if I'm down at the end of the bench, I would start taking my warm-ups off. Just
I think so. Tigers have to keep the intensity up. Coach Pearl is got his team ready to go.
Auburn comes up with another steal. Bryce Brown pulls up. Those 8 turnovers have led to this point 15 points for Auburn.
Watch how Auburn uses shot fakes and pass fakes. That's what Coach Pearl talked about a lot in practice yesterday.
Bring up another.
Single digits even. There's plenty of time left in this first half.
Turnover there. That's not going to help. Harper lays it off and a lay-in.
He's worked for some guys that know this league, meaning the SEC, one of which in Cliff Ellis. And I think he's going to be able to get this thing back where they want it. But I didn't know that was worthy of a technical foul. I'm sure there's some rule that I don't know about.
Auburn with the basketball up by 10. Inside Brown. Bryce dribbles into a 3 and hits it.
And they went to their leading scorer. Kid rose up, made a big play. And hopefully that'll settle him in a little bit so he can catch some rhythm.
Brown.
Oh, wow.
Goodness gracious. How do you...
He's comfortable. You're not going to speed him up.
Deep 3 on the way. Finally, Auburn misses, but they get a rebound. Heads up play by McLemore on a tap out. Brown, an off-balance 3.